Welcome to Life Saving Victoria's Where Are They Now series, bringing you inspiring settlement stories from some of the many multicultural youth that have entered and graduated from our employment and settlement pathway over the last decade. We catch up with them again to find out more about their settlement into Australia and, of course, where are they now?
Hi Naya, how's it going?
Good, thank you. How are you, Michael?
Yeah, pretty good. It's good to speak with you. Only a few days ago when we spoke, it was the first time in about maybe 6 months or so because well, you haven't been in Australia.
Yeah, exactly. I've been in the States for a while. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so it's been interesting to hear about your journey from other people, and I know the other guys in the office have been talking a little bit about seeing photos of what you're doing in America. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I think that's really cool.
No worries. Well, I'm a college athlete in Texas, so the journey sort of to get there. When I was in year 10, I wasn't really sure. Someone told me, hey, maybe you should go to college in the States, because basketball really wasn't a sport that I thought I was going to play. Soccer was mainly my main sport. And then one day, one of my friends from school was like, hey, do you want to fill in for our team? We don't have enough players. Do you want to come play? And then I said, sure, but I don't really know how to play basketball, but I'll give it a go, I guess.
Yeah.
Went there and I actually killed it that day. I was amazing. And then they were like, maybe you should come every weekend. I don't think now you should just fill in. And then I started to go into practices.
So when was this? Year 10. So what?
When I was 16, that's when I started basketball. So it hasn't been a long time, maybe 4 years. Once I went to the States, it was just sort of a process where it's like you have to get your mixtape out there, and then once you get your mixtape out there, you just hope for the best and hope someone will recognize you or see you and contact you, and then check your grades and see if you're a good student, and then they'll pass you through, and then you try and get as much help as you can by getting as much connections as you can over there.
Yeah, so it wasn't a case of sitting back and someone tapping you on the shoulder and saying, hey, Naya, come to our school. You had to work a little bit.
Yeah, I'm on a full scholarship, so both, I think, half academic and then half sports. And then so I'm pretty set over there, where it's like they handle all my school books, they handle all my uniforms, anything to do with trips, they handle it. So,
well, what a reward as well. I'm sure that's tens of thousands of dollars that you're being saved.
I think that's the best thing as well, that they make it sort of like mandatory, because it's like they really push you to get your schooling done, because if you had the option where it's like you didn't have to go to class, I'm pretty sure a lot of students wouldn't want to go. They would just go to the gym and work out all the time.
Which is a good system, because they're trying to develop people as well as sporting stars, because in the end, you've got your fingers crossed that you're going to end up in the NBA or is it WNBA?
Yeah.
1 year, but if there's only so many spots in the WNBA,
exactly,
and there's got to be some sort of option after sports all done.
Yeah, I heard saying that there a lot of people tend to tell me you're a student athlete, not an athlete student. So it's the student that comes first, then the athlete comes second, not the other way around.
Yeah, cool. And how about life in Texas? Was it much to get used to? I mean, you already had a big transition coming from Africa to Australia. Was it very different going from Australia to America?
I think it was, because I guess there were some things I didn't expect. Like when I went there, I was really lucky because I'm in an area that is really family based. So it's like all that homesickness or anything, I always had people around me that helped me through it, sort of to make me feel like they're my family as well.
But I did mention this, going to America wasn't the first time that you've moved to a new country.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about growing up in South Sudan and then, I guess, eventually moving to Australia?
Yeah, my parents both were born in Sudan, but my mum and dad moved to Ethiopia at a very young age. So both of them moved to Ethiopia, very young, because of war. There was war that broke out in Sudan, so then they had to leave to relocate, and so they relocated in Ethiopia, and then all us 5 that were born in Africa, we were born in Ethiopia. Yeah. So I guess I was sort of like the lucky one that was easily like I could easily transition here because I was still 5 years old. So it was sort of like I'm still learning to new things and I'm still learning how things work. So I think for my older siblings, it was much harder for them because they lived a longer life or longer. They had more experiences down in Ethiopia. But for me, a little bit, but I don't really remember much. But
Yeah.
came here, no one would have believed it, but I completely didn't know English, like at all, not even a word. And so I always spoke fluent. So my language is Nuer, so I spoke fluent Nuer, and I even had an interpreter when I went to language school.
Which language school did you go to?
Blackburn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we do a lot of work with Blackburn.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the beach and with swimming lessons and things like that.
Yeah.
But
I think there was another transition as well that was pretty hard, the food. Like, because back in the same thing with America as well, like all the trying different fruits from different areas all have different tastes.
Yeah.
And so in Africa, we had a lot of organic food. Like a lot of the things were picked from like the trees and everything was fresh, like freshly taken off wherever it grew.
What was the process in coming over here? You said you came over on an airplane.
Yeah.
You had to apply for visas before you came, or was there? Yeah.
So we had a family member that was already living here. He sent my dad a form because my dad worked in like government industries and stuff like that. My dad used to be a teacher back there in Ethiopia.
Oh, okay.
So my dad knew how to read and write and stuff like that. So my uncle from here sent him the forms to migrate to here. And so he filled out the forms, but you never really know if you're going to get accepted or not. You just sort of, it's like a waiting game, and sometimes you wait for years and you don't know. I don't guarantee that the whole family's going to go. Sometimes they split them in half, and then half gets to go and half has to stay.
How big's the family?
There's 8 of us as children.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then there's my mum and dad. But 3 of them were born here, and then 5 of us were born in Africa.
Oh, so 8 children
plus
mum and dad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of us, yeah. We were really lucky that we had the whole family to come.
Why did the family why did mum and dad make the decision to come to Australia?
Yeah, I think mum and dad just really wanted us to have a better opportunity in life, especially over there. There was a lot of conflict, wars, government issues, things that weren't really, our health wasn't really that great because we lived in huts, so we lived in a deserted area. And it's like just the life was just full of struggle. And other than that, it was just my dad wanted us and my mum to have a better life than what we had, sort of. Yeah, because you sort of just grow up to sort of learn how to just survive. And sort of, it's like, it's just a routine that they know because there's no other life that has been shown where you grow up, then you have kids, and then you show the kids how to do what a woman should do, what a man should do. And then that's about it. Then they go and have kids and they do the same thing over and over again.
It's the same. So, yeah, so your parents almost wanted to break that cycle.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, the reason that we know you is through lifesaving. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got into lifesaving or, your interaction with swimming lessons and things like that?
Actually, it was a really funny story because I never really thought about lifesaving before and I didn't really know how to swim.
Yeah.
And so there was one of my friends from my basketball team who was a life guard at GSAC. And so she told me, she said, oh, you should become a lifeguard. It's a really good job. And they pay well. And also you get to meet all these people. And it's like just a different type of experience. And I was like, yeah, sure, definitely. I think I'll give that a go. And so I called one of my social workers that helps me out called Divya. And so she's from a program called SEAC, but now they're called SICKLE. And so she told me, yeah, she knows David Holland, who works at Lifesaving Victoria, and if I would like, he can come down, check how I can, if I know how to swim, and then we could work it out from there. And if I need some help, then he'll sponsor me, I guess, to get some more swimming lessons or find a swimming teacher for me to learn a bit more. And so before I met David, me and my best friend used to go out and try and practice before he came to try and get it perfect as much as we could.
Try and get fit in the last 1 hour.
Look like we're struggling when he comes. Yeah, so David gave me 10 slips to go in and practice as much as I can at the pool. And so I did that. And then finally I was able to do my course, got through with that. And then after that, working for a while, then David said, oh, do you want to come work at Life Saving Victoria as a multicultural educator? And I said, sure. But the thing is with me, I'm not really good with beaches or oceans, but I'm surprised that I even did it, and I went through the whole course and everything. That's the biggest thing I've ever accomplished, because I believed it was really hard work doing that course.
Yeah, well, that's good because, I mean, as you know, from educating people on the beach, and potentially it could have been people from the English language school that you went to, you know, you're sort of feeling exactly what they're feeling.
Yeah, and I think I really fitted, I think I fit in pretty well with the kids that came from language schools and the ones that didn't really know English much. I don't know, I just felt like we understood each other a bit more, and I think they felt a bit more comfortable. So I found that pretty fun, and just knowing how to like change your language and change your body language when speaking to different people. So I learned.
Yeah. I guess to finish up, we've heard your story now. So I think the massive success is that you're moving to another country to play basketball and almost start another small life. You don't know where this next part's going to take you.
Yeah.
And where do you hope it takes you?
I really hope that I'll possibly make it to the WNBA one time. I think that's like my main goal, to try and reach there. Like, even though I still feel like there's a long way, there's a lot of things that I still need to polish and get fixed, and, you know, learn as much more as I can. I think definitely it's possible. I don't think anything's impossible, no matter how many times people say that, oh, only 1% make it and this and that. Yeah. But it's like those people as well, they had to believe very strongly to have made it in the first place. Otherwise, if they doubted it, then it's like there's a chance that they probably wouldn't have made it. And so I really hope to get something out of that. And if not, I would love to become a business owner one day, because I love like being sort of like the boss, being someone who's able to direct people. I'm more like I'm more like a leader. I really like to lead people.
Yeah.
And so with that, I feel like that would be a really good area for me, building businesses and just knowing that I can do something that can impact the world in a better way and make it at least 1% better. Then that's definitely something I'm going to do. Yeah,
fantastic. Well, it's been great to chat with you. As I said at the start, it's been a little while since we have spoken, and it's great to hear your full story, especially where you are now. So I know now from when you're able to get back to America, I'll be keeping a keen eye on what you're going to be doing.
No worries. Cool. Thank you so much. I really thank you guys for this opportunity. I don't take it lightly. I think it's been awesome to be able to chat about my life story.
No worries. Thanks, Naya.
No worries. Thank you.